Good morning, North Dodge. Let me start. Welcome to yoga. I think it's 9:45. Hopefully everyone has recovered from grit. If you were on grit first, hopefully you're catching your breath. I have to admit I did not make it through this morning. But we'll let everyone get settled in. Welcome again to North Dodge Saturday morning yoga. Thank you for joining us today. Unfortunately, we're still not able to safely open for group classes, and so we'll continue virtual for a while. But hopefully we'll learn a lot from this experience and to see when we can safely open and see each other again. So, but for today, go ahead and start finding yourself in a comfortable seated position to start with. Grab any props. Please do grab a band or a strap of some sort. Maybe a scarf, a non-stretchy scarf, a towel, or some just random type of strap that you think might work. Maybe any blocks that you have, and maybe a pillow to sit on. And let's see, my doggy might be like yours and wants to be involved here. We'll move you out of the way, Emmett, okay? There you go. Go on. Well, let's find yourselves in a seated position, maybe on a block or a pillow, or just on the mat. Maybe cross-leg, or sitting on your calves. Kind of in a hero position. And just starting to come into the space, into your body, into your mind, and letting all the outside influences go today while we practice. Maybe close your eyes, or not. You can look out the window. It's a beautiful day. Also, I wish I could take this outside. I'm just not sure about the audio, but it is a gorgeous day, so I invite you to move outside and do this outside. But just start taking some deep breaths. In and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out the mouth. We start kind of calm here, and then we'll get into quite a bit of activity. I get a little sweaty. And of course, let me know if you are having any trouble hearing or seeing me. And let me know if you're watching. We'll start with a breathing technique. It's pretty simple, but if you're still recovering from grit, you may not want to do this. But it's a simple breathing technique where we inhale for 4 counts, hold at the top of the breath for 4 counts, and then exhale through pursed lips for a count of 8. There are variations of this, 4-7-8 or 4-4-4, but we'll do this 4-4-8 today. And just a couple of rounds. So, and do be careful if you are perhaps again a little winded from grit or another workout that you may have just finished. Okay. So we'll inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold at the top 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, so it's all out. And then we'll inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Try again, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know, it helps us control. One more time. Inhale and try to count yourself. Hold. And exhale. Good. Release that rhythm and come into a regular breath. Nice and deep, all the way in the lungs and the belly. And then using the diaphragm to push it all out. And we can start recognizing the way that our breath affects our bodies and our moods and our minds. It's all connected. Again, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Always come back to any breath and we're going to try to control our breaths today. And we'll start connecting the breath to movements. So let's roll onto hands and knees, all four, tabletop position. And we're engaging the core, making a nice neutral spine. So we're not hanging down or pressing up quite yet, finding a neutral spine. Knees are directly below the hips, and wrists are directly below the shoulders. I'm going to spread the fingertips wide, and just find your neutral spine. We'll start with some cat-cows. We'll inhale, dropping the belly toward the earth, sending the hips up to the sky, and the gaze for cow, inhaling. And then exhale, press the earth away, rounding the spine up to the sky, dropping the head, dropping the hips, pressing the earth away, making space between the shoulder blades. And then we'll inhale to cow, dropping that belly, and then exhale, cat. A few more times, again connecting the breath, your pace. And then we'll find ourselves in a neutral spine. Start engaging the core, and we'll start and strengthening the core. We'll reach the right arm forward, and just find your neutral spine here. Kind of pay attention. I'll move back a little bit, but you get the idea. I know it won't always be in the screen. And then we'll extend the left leg back. We're making a long line all the way from the fingertips to that back, the extended hand fingertips to that back heel, flexing the foot so the heel is seeking the back of the room or wherever you are. And then exhale, bring the elbow toward the knee underneath the body, rounding the spine. And then inhale, extend. And exhale, round and tuck. Couple more times. Inhale, extend. And exhale, round and tuck. Knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, really focusing on the strength of the back and the core. And then exhale, hands and knees down. Find your neutral position first. And then we'll go right to the other side. We'll extend the left arm forward, so the bicep is right by the ear. Straight forward, and then the right leg goes straight back. It's hard to make sure I'm in the screen here. And really extend, find the neutral spine. Engage the glute of that lifted leg. Find some calmness here, even if it's uncomfortable. And then on an exhale, we'll tuck the knee toward the elbow under the chest, rounding the spine, pressing away. And inhale, extend. Again, exhale, tucking around, dropping the head, stretching the neck. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, round and tuck. Nice and deliberate, strong core. Inhale, reach long. And then exhale, hands down, hand and knee down. And we'll go for another round, a couple rounds of cat-cow. Inhale to cow. And exhale, cat. Starting to warm up the spine. Maybe exaggerating the movement, warming up the biceps and the triceps. I'm already feeling a little heat. Beautiful. And then open the knees out to the side of the mat. Tuck the toes together. Send the hips back to the heels. Coming to extended child's pose. The arms are reaching long. Forehead rests on the mat. Find a really nice extension through the spine. Maybe roll side to side on the forehead, temple to temple. Giving your forehead a little massage, loosening up some of the tension that we hold there. And reach the fingers real long in front. Stretch them long. Breathe deep. Breathe deep into that belly. You're sending that belly all the way down to the mat, between those legs. Good. And then come forward onto hands and knees. And then just rock the hands forward about a hand's width. And we're going to come into a puppy dog pose. Not too deep yet if you're not stretched out. But here we're just walking the hands forward. The knees are still on the mat. And the hips are still seeking the sky. And we're bringing the chest down to the mat. Maybe the chin even. Opening the chest. Making space for our lungs to take in the nourishing oxygen for our body. Come on up to hands and knees, reset, and we'll twist that left arm up to the sky, out to the side, up to the sky. Inhale, and then exhale, bring that hand underneath the right arm, the supporting arm. Our hips are still up to lifted. And then we'll come down, bringing the left shoulder all the way down to the mat, and the left temple, starting to stretch that back, the shoulder. Breathe into this little twist. And then come back to center and go right in the other side. Sweep the right arm up to the sky. And then send it right under that left supporting arm. Bring the right shoulder to the mat, right temple. And settle in, stretching the back of the shoulder and getting a little twist to start. Keep breathing. The hips are still up to the up in the air. This is kind of a thread the needle sort of position. Okay, let's come back to hands and knees. We'll tuck the toes under and we'll lift the hips up to down dog. Press back, down dog. Focus on our alignment here. Wrists are about shoulder width apart. We're making an inverted V shape with the body. And the legs can be they can be straight or they can be bent. Probably not going to make them too straight quite yet. This is only the first down dog of the day. So it's okay if these knees are bent quite a bit. Tight hamstrings, tight calves. But we're focusing on making a long line all the way from these fingertips all the way up to the hips, dropping the head between the arms, between the biceps, and making very little bend in the wrists. Spread the fingertips and spread the toes. Lift up lift the heels up so you're on the balls of the feet. And then just release one down and the other. Starting a little bicycle. Maybe engage more of the leg. Stretching. And then inhale both heels up and then both heels down. Okay. Walk the feet up to the hands and hang here in forward fold, Uttanasana. Knees can be bent quite a bit. We're draping the chest over the thighs, dropping the head, releasing the neck. Nod the head yes and no, nice and gentle. And maybe hold opposite elbows and sway side to side. Maybe a slower sway so you can really stretch one side and the other. Beautiful. And then we'll lift to halfway. Halfway lift is when our spine is parallel to the mat, kind of a flat back idea. Some people don't like that term. And you can rest the hands on their shins, thighs, mat, or a block. Or any type of little stool or something might work. Here's a little plant stand thing I have. It kind of works well for some of these poses. Go ahead and get creative. We're at home, right? There's nothing to keep us from using what we need for yoga. So we're in halfway lift. I'm going to plant the right hand down in front there, and we're going to sweep the left arm up to the sky for a twist. And we can bend that right leg quite a bit. Feet can be about hips width apart or together if you prefer. And then we'll switch sides. Plant the left hand, sweep the right arm up. You can bend the left leg, left knee quite a bit. We're stacking the shoulders and the arms. Beautiful. Come on down. Hang here in forward fold. And then roll up nice and slow. Really warming up the spine and the shoulders. Roll the shoulders up and back a few times with the breath. And then forward. Now I'd like you to grab your strap or your scarf, and I'm just going to start warming up these shoulders. I don't do this a lot, but I do it myself a lot, and I was just doing it earlier, and I thought, this is so nice, especially if you just came from another fitness class or something. So we'll just hold your strap or your towel or your scarf in front, and just find where you're comfortable. We're going to start doing a little bit of this flossing, I think they call it, right? So you lift it up and over and toward the back. So it might be way out here, or you might have a more narrow, depending on your shoulders. And you can kind of find some sweet spots, just opening up. I just love right here, just opening the chest. Especially if we have that desk posture problem like I do. We have to stretch our chest so much. Inhaling and exhaling really deep. And finding some more lifting it up and back and forth here. A couple more times. Then we'll find ourselves up in the air, extend them up, and then just lean toward the one side. If you don't have a strap, you can obviously do this with hands together, and we're just stretching to my left. I'm going left, sending the hips to the right, but I like to have the strap here. You can feel, play around with the right space. And then come to the top, and then over to the other side. And come up to the front top, and come down in front, and we'll drop that to the side. I think we're ready for some sun salutations, don't you? I'm going to do kind of a adapted sun B, which is where we add in the warrior ones. But you know what, we're going to start with some warrior ones. I forgot. Let's inhale the arms out and up to the side and up to the sky, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale to that halfway lift, and then exhale, step back to downward facing dog. We'll practice our warrior ones first before we get into those sun salutations. And then lift the right leg up for three-leg dog. Bring that right foot between the hands. We're going to drop the back foot to a 45-degree angle. So the toe, the heel to the toe is about 45 degrees, pointing toward the top left of your mat. We're coming into warrior one. Sink into the front leg. The knee is, we're trying to get the knee directly above that ankle. Hips are facing, both hips are facing front. We want them to both face the front of the mat. Lift up the arms up to the sky, biceps by the ears, but drop the shoulder blades down and back. Find this strength builder posture, warrior one. Back leg is long and straight. The weight, we're trying to send it out toward the pinky toe side, the outside, not rolling into the inner arch, but keeping it nice and flat. So we're in warrior one. And then bring the hands down, step back down, dog. Take a couple breaths here. And then we'll go right in the left side. Stretch the left leg up. And bring that left foot between the hands. Drop the back foot, sweep up, warrior one. Again, the back leg is long and strong. We're trying to open this hip flexor of that back leg. Finding some strength, building strength in this front quad, all of our legs of course. And if you engage the glute of the back leg, it helps stretch this front hip flexor. Arms are up toward the sky. Find your strength and balance. And then hands down in front and step back to down dog. Beautiful. Now let's just come down to the knees. Start with a couple of moves here, warming up. Let's bend the elbows, coming down all the way down, bringing the chest all the way down to the mat. Lifting the chest to cobra, baby cobra. Feet are still on the mat. You're using the strength of the back. And then exhale, just press back. Just press back to child's pose. And inhale forward to kind of a plank on the knees. And then exhale, keep the elbows tucked in, bringing the chest down. Inhale, bring the chest up, forward and up, not pressing, but lifting. And exhale, press back, child's pose. Again, just starting to warm up here, connecting breath to the movements. Inhale, forward, exhale, down. Inhale, chest lifts. And exhale, press back, child's pose. Now, lift up Lift the hips up, down dog, and then walk those hands forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Good morning, Sarah. Exhale, inhale, bring the hands out to the side and up overhead, stretch tall. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Rock back and forth on those feet a little bit. Find your balance and base, a strong base here, and into the earth. Spreading the feet wide. Now it sounds kind of weird, but just think about it. Establishing a strong base. Keeping the breath deep and strong. And we'll come into some sun salutations. As I was saying, this is a little bit of an adaptation from the warrior, the sun salutation B, where I add in kind of some extra warrior ones. So basically, anytime we step back or forward into a lunge, we'll sweep up to warrior one. Okay, so let's sink down to chair. Just like you're sitting in a chair, the weight is in the heels, not the toes of those feet. The legs can be together or apart. And then we'll exhale, fold. We'll inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back with the right foot. Drop the heel, sweep up, warrior one. And exhale, hands down, step back to plank. And exhale, lower all the way down, or maybe just halfway into a crocodile or chaturanga. And then lift up to upward facing dog. Or if you're all the way down, you'll do cobra. Upward facing, we're off of those thighs, and our shoulders are directly above the wrists. And then we press back down dog. And then we bring the right foot forward between the hands, drop the back foot, sweep up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, low lunge, pause. Inhale, step that back foot forward. We're in halfway lift. And exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up into chair. And exhale, straighten the legs. Come into hands to heart center, Samastitihi. We'll go on the other side. Sink into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back with the left foot. Drop that back heel. Coming into warrior one, sweeping up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Inhaling. Exhale, down to chaturanga or to the mat. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, roll over the toes to down dog. Inhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands. That was probably an exhale. Drop the back foot. Sweep up, inhaling to warrior one. And exhale, hands down, pause. Inhale, step that back foot forward by the front. You're in halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, sweep up to chair. And exhale, stand tall. Go on the other side. Do a round on each side again. Adapting how you like, of course. I'm just here to guide us through some movement, okay? Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back right. Drop the back foot. Inhale, sweep up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank, maybe floating this leg high, keeping it up off the mat. Inhaling, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, still maybe holding that leg up. And exhale, forward fold, down dog. Step the right foot forward. Drop the back heel, sweep up, warrior one. And exhale, hands down, pause. Inhale, step the back foot forward, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, chair. And exhale, stand tall. Other side. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back left. Drop the back heel. Inhale, sweep up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Inhale. Maybe floating that back foot high. Exhale, lower down chaturanga or all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Bring the left foot forward between the hands. Drop the back foot. Exhale. Inhale, sweep up, warrior one. And exhale, hands down, pause. Inhale, step the back foot forward for halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up, chair. And exhale, straighten the legs, stand tall. Beautiful. Reset, rock back and forth. Find your balance. Maybe open the arms to Tadasana. Mountain pose, opening the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Whew. I'm starting to get warm. I don't know about you guys. Let's sweep the arms out, up to the side, up to the sky. Oh gosh, halfway through already. And forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back with the left foot. Drop the heel, sweep up to warrior one. Finding our warrior one again. Ooh. And then we'll open the arms out to the side. Opening the chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then bring them forward, cross them over. Maybe you hold onto your shoulders with opposite hands to opposite shoulders. Give yourself a little hug. Or wrap up to eagle arms. Eagle arms. The backs of the hands can be together, or you can wrap them for the palms and the fingers to touch. Sink in the front leg. And lift the elbows, give a little back bend. And then come down, release the arms, send them straight back, and place them on the hips or clasp them behind the hips. Find your open chest, stretch them open, shoulder blades together, and then dive forward to humble warrior. So we still have the hips facing forward, but we're coming in on the inside of the front leg. Drop the head, release the neck. Maybe send those fists, the clasp hands up to the sky overhead. Oh yeah. And then come on up, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, hands down around the front foot. Step back to down dog. Stretch the back. Stretch those heels down toward the mat. They may or may not touch. And then we'll lift the left leg. Bring that forward. Drop the back right foot. Sweep up, warrior one. Find your alignment. Hips are facing front. Drop those shoulders. Open the arms to the sides. Cross them in front. If you can remember which hand was over last time, do the opposite, of course. Still sinking in the front. I'll try this. To the side. Maybe wrap up eagle arms. Lifting the elbows. Give a little back bend. Still keeping that back foot on the mat. I had to remind myself. And then release the hands. Sweep them behind. Clasp or just keep them on the hips. Open the chest. And dive forward on the inside of that front leg. Hands can stay toward the mat, or toward the hips. Or you can lift them up overhead for a good chest expansion. Drop the head, release that neck right on the inside of that front leg. And then come up, sweep up, warrior one. And exhale, hands down, step back, down dog. Okay, since it's a vinyasa class, we'll add what we call the typical vinyasa. Stay here in down dog, or take a rest in child's pose, or come with me on the little vinyasa. You can add this in to keep some heat going throughout the practice. You inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Whew. Do that one more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, keeping that core tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Beautiful. We'll sweep the right leg up to the sky. Send the right hip toward the sky. Bend the knee, send the foot toward the hips. We're opening the right hip. Keeping the shoulders square to the front of the mat. And then close the hips, bring the foot forward. And we're going to drop the back foot. We're coming into warrior two. So drop that back foot like warrior one, or make it more parallel to the back of the mat. And we're going to sweep the left arm toward the front, up and back to warrior two. Suddenly we're in warrior two. Bend the front leg, knee above the ankle, seeking the pinky toe side of the foot, not rolling into the center. Hips are open to the side. And the arms go front to back over the legs. Gaze goes over the front fingertips. Oh, find your breath. Find your balance and root and base. Do a little dancing warrior. Reach forward. Bring the hand up overhead. And reaching back. Left arm goes down the leg or wraps around to the front. Reverse warrior. And then come forward to extended side angle. Front knee, elbow comes to the front knee, or extend that hand down. Left arm goes straight up overhead and bicep by the ears. So it goes straight from a line all the way from the fingertips down to that back heel. And then sweep up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Reach forward and rotate the whole upper body for triangle pose. Trying to find these nice solid triangles with the body, representing the three gunas. Gaze can go up. You can also, of course, use a block here on the inside of the front foot, or a little stool, whatever you have at home. And then sweep up, bend the front leg, back to warrior two. And then, get this one. When you find your balance, we're gonna go right into, we're gonna come into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So just start putting the weight in the front leg, lift the back leg, the hips are still open to the side, and we are in Ardha Chandrasana. Make a nice base between your hand and the supporting leg or foot. So it can be quite a ways back here. Grab your block or your stool. Find your balance. It is hard to balance on padding, by the way. So when you're home on carpet and you wonder, gosh, why can't I do this like I do in the yoga studio? That's partly why. Okay. Maybe open up that hip or the arm. And maybe, if you'd like to try to bind, I can't get my balance. If y'all know how to bind, go ahead. We're bending at the knee, holding at the ankle, and pressing up. Back bend, opening the chest. Beautiful. Release. Gently step back to warrior two. And then cartwheel the hands forward around that front foot and step back to down dog. Stay here for a rest or come with me on the vinyasa. Forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Or exhale and exhale, down dog. All right, we'll bring that left foot up to the sky. Open the hip. Bringing the left hip to the sky, shoulders still straight, square to the front. And close the hip, bring that foot forward. Put the back heel down, sweep up to warrior two. Hips are to the side, shoulders, relax them down toward the spine, toward the hips. Shoulder blades back and down. Arms front to back, gaze goes over the front fingertips. Bending into the front leg. Obviously, not everybody's gonna be all bent down here because it's hard on the quads, but try. And let's reach forward and reverse this. Reverse warrior. Don't forget to keep sinking in that front leg. Keep the back leg strong and engaged. And then come forward, extended side angle. Rest that elbow on the front thigh, or bring the hand down on the inside of the foot, or of course use any props. Right arm sweeps up to the sky and either stays there, or you bring the bicep or by the ear. So we make that long angle. Opening the hips. And then sweep up, warrior two, straighten the front leg. And reach forward again. And we're gonna come into Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Still using this block or a book or a step or anything. Triangle pose. Gaze can go up toward the lifted arm. Arms are about 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. We're stacking the arms and shoulders, keeping the hips under, in line with the legs. And let's bend into warrior two. And here we go into Ardha Chandrasana from here. Start placing the weight on the front leg, lifting the back. Place that left hand out toward the corner of your mat, or as far out as you want. Grab your prop if you like. And we're just gonna lift the back leg up, keeping the hips open to the side. Lift the right arm up to the sky. Again, we're stacking the arms and the shoulders. This is tough. If you like, maybe bind, bending at the knee, hanging onto the ankle, and pressing up, using the leg to press my arm up to open up my shoulder. And yes, you can then try to balance. We're opening the hip flexor and the shoulder, back bend, yeah. Okay, release, and gently step back to warrior two. Cartwheel those hands down to the front foot, step back, down dog. Stay here, or vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. What time is it? Okay. Come on down to the knees. And swing the feet forward. Drink. We're in a staff pose. Catch your breath if you're like me and need to. Maybe you don't. Send those legs out long. And we're gonna bend the right leg, bring the right knee, bring the foot toward the hips. And cross it over the left leg. Maybe keep the left leg long, or maybe tuck that heel under the right glute. We're coming into half Lord of the Fishes pose. So we're gonna start twisting to the right. And we're going to really extend through the spine first. Extend, breathing in. Bring that energy all the way up to the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, I'm going to hug either the elbow around this lifted knee or the elbow on toward the body. Twist toward the back. So the right arm comes behind. And actually, you utilize it a little to press up. So we're really extending through the spine. We're twisting toward the right shoulder, toward the back. And find wherever it helps you. This also helps stretch this back, this right glute. And then release. Come back to the center and switch sides. Send the legs out long to start. Bend the left knee, bringing the foot toward the inner thigh of the right leg. Cross it over to the outside of the right leg. Keep the right leg straight or bend the knee, tucking the heel under the left glute. Find a tall spine to start. And then we'll slowly start twisting to the left. Maybe really wrapping that right arm around the left leg. Bringing the left arm behind, pressing up, opening the shoulder, opening the chest, and the gaze goes behind. Hold here. Something magical about twists. Helps open our spine, keep it supple, open for accepting the nourishment of blood and oxygen. Because we can't really stretch our spine in a long way, so we have to do it in a twisting manner. And then come forward. Reset. Let's bring the feet in, opening up to a butterfly pose. Baddha Konasana, so connected soles of the feet. Bring them in, making a diamond between the body and the heels. And there's no need to really squeeze these feet together. You can actually kind of open them like a book. You could hold on to the bottoms of the feet though. And I'll start with a tall spine, reaching up, inhaling. And then exhale, we'll start leaning forward, maybe pressing the legs open, the knees open to the side. Tall, engaged, energized spine to start. And then release. So then we'll release the head down toward the feet to release the neck. Beautiful. And come up. And then we'll come all the way down. Oh no, we better do a couple little boat poses first. So let's start with knees bent toward the chest, feet flat on the mat, about hips width apart, and we'll slowly start leaning back, keeping that spine straight to start with, and then maybe lifting the toes, working on the abs a little bit here, and maybe lifting so the shins are parallel to the earth. And then maybe even stretching those legs long. Arms can go toward the feet or up overhead. That's not where I want to go today. But we're engaging these glutes, or these abs. Keep breathing. Okay, count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Come all the way back. Lay all the way back on the mat. Coming into some reclined postures. Let's go into a bridge. So bend the knees. Bring the heels all the way to the hips. We're going to lift the hips up, starting by making a line all the way from the knees down to the shoulders. And then maybe rounding a little bit more by tucking the shoulder blades underneath the chest and maybe clasping the hands under the hips. And then pressing, using the quads to press forward. So you're really getting a back bend here and open chest. And then release the hands, untuck the shoulders, roll down nice and slow. And send the legs long. Bring the right leg up to the sky. Hold behind the calf. Pull in just a little nice and gentle. And then we might want to use the strap for this, or your scarf, or your towel. Wrap it around the bottom of the foot, and we're going to bring that foot straight out to the right side. So it's the right foot to the right side, or if you're on the other side, that is fine. Hold on to the toe. If you don't need the strap or a towel, you can hold on to the toe or the foot. But we're bringing it straight out to the side. Shoulders are on the mat. And then bring it forward to the top, and then bring it over, kind of for reclined dancing Shiva. So sometimes we do this standing, but today we're going to do it reclined. So we're just bringing that right leg straight over, so we're going to get our spinal twist here. Find where it's comfortable for you. You might want to rest on a block. And be conscious of where this twist is coming from. We're trying to do it from the thoracic spine area, in the middle of the torso. Not really yanking on the hip area here. It's hard to describe, but it's something to keep in mind. And you might want to hold, you might be still holding with your strap or your foot in this position as well. But shoulders are on the mat, and the gaze goes toward the right or behind you. And keep breathing, even though we're in a twisted position. It feels weird to try to keep breathing when we're all twisted up, but we're trying. Good, release that, come forward, send those both legs long out in front, and we'll go to the other side. Lift the left leg straight up to the sky. Little tug. And then open straight out to the left. Maybe with your strap or holding onto the toe or the foot. Again, both shoulders on the mat. Open the right arm out to the right side. Engage the left glute to try to open that inner thigh a little more. You might just want to be kind of just holding it up, resting the leg up. Just try to find a nice stretch here. And then bring that up to the sky and over toward the right. So this is the left leg toward the right. Again, you might hold it with your foot, or with your hand, or with your strap, or maybe resting it on a block, finding a spinal twist. Shoulders are on the mat. Left arm extends behind toward the left, straight out. Gaze goes toward the left. And breathe. Nice, come center. And we'll go into our inversion. So lift those legs up to the sky. Start in legs up the wall. You can do this by next to a wall, actually too. You can do this anytime. It's often a something like that people like to do before bed. And you might want to put a pillow or the block under the hips to help kind of prop them up here. If you would prefer another inversion, perhaps headstand is in your practice, or shoulder stand. We often end in shoulder stand here, where we lift the hips, holding, making a little base with our arms. You know, this is shoulder stand, so we're on the shoulders and the triceps. The hands are holding the hips up, making a little bit of a banana shape with the body, with the bent at the hips a little bit here. It does not need to be straight up and down. And baby plow pose, sending those feet overhead, straight overhead. Toes touch the mat, or probably maybe the floor. And plow, we can extend the arms behind a little more. Wherever you want to go here. We're wrapping things up, of course, so if you're finding a posture that we didn't get to today that your body is craving right now, please go right ahead into that. Otherwise, come on down for Shavasana. And just take a moment here to let the energy that we created heal us. It's healing time. So come on all the way back down on the back. Open the hands out to the side. And open those legs. Let the feet just flop open to the side. And relax everything into the earth. Allow the earth to support you. Surrender. Think about the energy that we created, the heat circulating all through the body, up to the crown of the head, and down toward the shoulders and the chest, the lungs, out toward the fingertips, back toward the chest, down the belly, into the legs, all the way down to the toes, back up the legs, toward the hips, and back up to the heart. Slowly open the eyes, make some movements with the fingers and the toes. Roll onto the side. Waking up being reborn into the day, into our space, into our physical space. Coming to a seated position. And reconnecting. Reconnecting with our physical presence and our space around us. I know a lot of us are struggling right now with so many things. Finances, stress, family, maybe even internal conflicts. What to do about this situation. It's hard. And we're facing a lot of negative thoughts. And one of the sutras, one of the Patanjali sutras reminds us that in order to change our thinking of negative thoughts, we simply have to replace them with positive thoughts. Because it's just too hard to not have the negative thoughts. You have to actually use the mind. It's a strong organ, and we have to actively replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts. So, might want to try that today. Thank you. Bring the hands to heart center, symbol of gratitude, thanking yourself and everyone around us that we have created some energy together. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you again. Have a great day. Namaste. Thank you, Janet. Have a great day, everybody. Hope to see you all soon. Bye-bye.